What does an answer engine optimization agency actually do? And why you should probably be considering one if you run a business. So, SEO optimized for ranks and clicks. AEO agencies are optimizing for something more, little more upstream. AI mentions and citations. How often do you actually show up in AI overviews, Copilot, ChatGPT, Perplexity, Grok, whatever LLM you use? How often does your business or brand actually get cited or mentioned in one of those platforms? Gartner has predicted a 25% drop in traditional search engine volume in 2026 due to the fact that a billion people a day are now asking their AI agent or robot a question and it's scouring the internet for the best answer possible. So, what does an AEO agency actually do? And we're going to talk about why you should either invest in one and which one you should think about investing on in this video. Let's just start with a bunch of data about the industry and how quickly this stuff is changing because it is mind blowing. So, SparkToro has analyzed billions and billions of Google searches. This was back in 2024, but they found that 60% of Google searches don't end up in a click. People go and scroll. They are now predicting that that's going to go up to nearly 80% in 2026 of people who search something on Google and don't actually click on something. When you look at what specifically happens in AI overviews, Seer Interactive analyzed 25 million organic impressions across 42 organizations and found that click-through rate dropped 61% when an AI overview showed up. Now, your position one of an SEO article, its CTR in 2026 is going to go down from 28% of it getting clicked on down to 19%, nearly a 10% decrease in the amount of times a number one ranked SEO article would get clicked on in a Google search. The Pew Research study confirms that behavioral shift is at a whole new level. When users encounter an AI summary, they may have clicked a traditional result only 8% of the time versus 15% of the time when there was no AI summary. So just click behavior in general online is dramatically changing. They're going to go to several different sources. They might look on Instagram, they might look on Facebook, they might look on TikTok, they might go to Reddit, they might go to Google, they might go to ChatGPT, they might go to Grok. There are so many options now before you buy something. So it's so important to have your brand mentioned and you need to have awareness on all of these different platforms. Another crazy stat that I heard was Perplexity now has about a billion queries per month, which is one of the smaller LLMs out of all of them. ChatGPT is at well over 5 billion a month. And so these platforms aren't just like, oh, this is coming in the future. It's like, no, people today are actively using these AI tools to search things where your business could be cited or mentioned, which will drive more traffic to your business, get you more leads, and get you more sales and conversions. That's the whole goal. The stat that makes answer engine optimization worth doing is that it found that brands that are cited in AI overviews get 35% more organic clicks or 91% more paid clicks than brands in the same position but are not cited. You are way more likely to get clicked on if your business shows up in an AI overview today. You still want to show up as number one in that ad. I highly recommend you pay for ads. But if you don't show up in that AI overview and your competitor does, you are highly likely to lose that click. So the battleground is changing and it's changing rapidly. I've never seen anything like this in my life. So, what does an AEO agency actually do? What do we actually do at Data Nerds? I mean, we build and maintain kind of six different asset types that the AI systems actually cite, and here's each one and why it matters. So, number one is category definition pillars. The authoritative, what is X? How does X work? Content that establishes your topical ownership. AI systems need a trusted source to cite when they explain your category. If that's not you, it's going to be your competitor. And so this isn't just SEO foundation work, it's the primary asset LLMs pull from when defining the space you're competing in. Number two is the honest comparison pages. Best tools for X versus Y versus Z companies, but only if they're genuinely useful. The ones that get cited by AI are the ones that include real limitations, honest trade offs, and don't read like a vendor marketing page. You all know exactly what I'm talking about. AI models are remarkably good at detecting puffery or slob. So if your comparison page is obviously extremely self-serving, it's not going to get cited. Someone else's will. Number three, year pages and update cadence. Best X in 2026, best software in 2026, best AI recommendation engine in 2026. And they actually need these articles that live on your website actually need to be maintained. They go stale so fast, and AI cares about when these articles were published. They should be refreshed at least every single 90 days. If you can do it every 30 days, even better. We have a tool that will do this for you at datanerds.com. So, an AEL agency actually builds out your refresh system. That's what we have. It's an editorial calendar with all of your content that when your comparison pages or your blogs go stale after 30, 60, 90 days, you can set the cadence. And if they don't get cited, we can refresh that content and pump it up for you. Number four, benchmark and methodology pages. How the hell did you actually build your product? Original data beats synthesized data every single time. Research shows that brand search volume, not just backlinks, is the strongest predictor of AI citation frequency. If you have a proprietary numbers from your product, from your customers, or research or benchmark pages built around original data, it will become your highest cited assets and they should live on your website. So AEO agencies can help you surface and structure how to do that. Number five, entity trust infrastructure. This is kind of the connective tissue of your entire website. Authorship signals brand consistency across all platforms, references from recognized third party sources. Entity trust is what tells AI systems you're a credible source worth citing, not just once, but consistently across different queries and platforms. It's built deliberately, not accidentally. And number six, measurement. AEO measurement means tracking the AI share of voice, prompt coverage. What prompts are you actually showing up for? What are your competitors showing up for? How often you're being cited by the LLMs, and then connecting it into your pipeline, which is traffic. It's very top of funnel. So it's like none of this actually shows up in your Google Search Console right now. And you can see a very limited detail through Google Analytics. So you need a different infrastructure, different tools, and a different reporting cadence. And that is what AEO agencies do. So here's kind of when your business might be needing to start looking into this. Imagine you're a B2B SaaS company where your default recommendation drives your pipeline. Gartner found that 80% of the journey happens before they actually contact the company. If AI recommends someone else in that silent research page, you're not even going to be in the room or the conversation and you won't even know it. That's why it's so important to be focused on this right now and just add it into your marketing. You can't just be doing SEO anymore. Number two, is your category very comparison heavy? When buyers ask what's the best tool for use case in ChatGPT or Perplexity, they're in a high intent, late stage research moment. Being cited there is more valuable than a paid search ad, guaranteed. And it has the exact same intent level and probably a higher click through rate. So AEO and comparison heavy categories, when people are researching about your business, it has outsized returns, the ability to deliver outsized returns. And then the last thing is it can get really annoying if your team has to ship content plus monthly updates. So AEO isn't just a one-time project. You need to constantly be working on it and refreshing it every single 30 days. It's an ongoing maintenance loop. And that is what AI is so good at. Refresh cycles, new prompt coverage, entity monitoring. And if that loop breaks, citations just fall off a cliff. And so most teams already have more SEO than bandwidth, but AEO needs some dedicated capacity and a tool to manage everything going on with it. Here's when you don't need it. You have an amazing content team with genuine capacity, not just in theory, but in practice. You have someone who can own the measurement infrastructure and report on AI citations as a pipeline metric. And you also have leadership willing to treat AI visibility the same way they treat SEO and paid traffic. The playbook is learnable. I'm not saying anyone, a very smart team, can go and do this. You want to have some analytical and engineering staff in there too, but the frameworks exist. What's hard is the consistency and the operational discipline and the ability to measure it properly from start A, B, all the way through to Z. If you can run this loop in house, I highly recommend you should. Reach out to me. I'll give you our entire playbook for free of exactly how we built this into a pretty automated product now. So if you already have an in-house team and you just want the playbook, please comment in-house. If you actually want to learn what your AEO is on your business or brand, comment help in the section here Either way, you can get a free AI visibility report at dadnerds.com and instantly start learning about this stuff. It's free. I want to give it away to the world. I think this is going to change the way people interact with the industry I love the most, which is Google AdWords and advertising and Facebook marketing. So I think that this is an absolute game changer. I'm so excited to work on it for the next 5 years with my best friends. So stay tuned. Subscribe to our channel for weekly updates, my channel on this. There's also lifestyle, other business and entrepreneurship lessons on here. If you don't know me, I highly recommend going and checking some of that stuff out. I've been doing this for a long time, but I freaking love it. So thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you in the next one.